Falcons and Team Liquid. Let's have a look what we got in store here today. Gunnar, what's sort of standing out to you from the approach of both of these teams this time round, and who do you feel is kind of going the right direction on this patch?
I like Falcons a bit more overall. I just think it's easier to execute. The only question for me is the Alchemist, but I think a lot of people have been still playing it. It was played yesterday, and it still looked really good. For Liquid, again, it's a Stork. It's always a big question mark for me in these games of if he's actually going to get off the ground and have this like high impact. I don't know. I don't think he will. I think his lane's not going to go that well. It's probably just going to be a 50-50 lane, and I think that's not good enough in this type of game. So realistically, if Liquid want a good shot, I think it's a lot in their offlane between Saberlight and Boxy. If they make this Darkseer Mercy combo work, which we've seen it in the past, it works.
It's very strong. Yeah.
And if they get off the ground running, that's kind of their like key into the game. If they kick Alchemist out of the lane and maybe Nisha rotates there once, they take the tower, that gives Slark actually map to play around. They need to take this bot tower, probably the Tormentor fight as well. Slark also, in theory, should be good at the Tormentor fight because it's relatively around his timing, and it's also nighttime. So Slark is really good at night because he gets the night vision. It's easier for him to heal because no one can see him. If Liquid's going to win the game, it's going to be at the 15-minute mark. At least, like, get the advantage.
Okay, taking a lot of damage there from the harassment there. Crits coming in with the acorn shot. A couple of bounces. And what about the mid matchup then? Last two picks coming in. Samao getting the Shaker. Nisha going for the Storm in response to it.
It's a pretty even lane, I would say. Both sides are fairly happy. Storm's probably slightly happier, like very, very slightly, but even then, I would say like a Shaker who plays the lane very well can even win it, like easily. This is one of the most even mid matchups, I would say, of the patch. So, whoever wins it just is probably playing slightly better.
Okay. He's going to try and make a go for Amar here. And he's able to get it here with the help of Instania. They'll get the first blood Liquid on this top lane. Very nicely done. And a bit of permanent agi for Mickey.
Yeah, that's one of the three.
I talked about the Bristleback as well. So what do you think kind of determines which facet you go for? Because obviously this game we do have Amar on the Seeing Red one. I
think Amar just goes Seeing Red every single game.
So just player preference really at the moment?
Yeah, I think it's a bit of player preference. Probably how they play. Again, Amar is a greedy player. I think in a very good way for their team. Like, it works out very well, but he doesn't really go this full utility. You know, think of yesterday we saw Hawk. He's going Glimmer Cape, Lotus Orb on Night Stalker. He's running around level like 6 because he has no support in his lane. I think Amar's completely the opposite. He's going to get items. He's going to kind of carry the game. And I think that strategy has worked out for them a lot. And I think Seeing Red is the facet to take if you want to go this kind of greedier approach to the offlane Bristle.
Seeing on the bottom lane matchup so far, not a huge amount of pressure being applied by the Darkseer Marcy duo. You know, Skeeter's farming perfectly fine. Is that something that will change once the level 3's in for Saber? Like, do you imagine we'll start to see Liquid get more aggressive? Yeah, we're going to see it straight away, actually. But Skeeter does have the concoction. He's going to get thrown back as well. They're trying to split to us not get both stunned. And indeed are able to do so. Saber still has to drag back at the vacuum. But won't quite be able to finish off the kill. So they make the attempt there as soon as indeed the level 3's hit on Saberlight. But Falcons are able to survive through it.
And Skeeter already to self-prepped. I think there's a pretty good call. You know, the enemy Darkseer is going to get 3. They want to dive. You just get the salve ready. They're still going.
And they're still going for
this is
an attempt under the tower.
He has the healing Lotus on Boxy.
All right, he's going to be good. But very much pushing it to the limits there.
Yep.
Trying to get a kill underneath the tier 1 tower against Falcons.
I think that's about it for the aggression for Liquid. They kind of missed their timing, so to say. They got good pressure, right? But they didn't get a kill. I think that's probably the last good opportunity for a kill. And now from this point forward, honestly, Falcons probably has a better lane to pressure with the Alchemist Phoenix. And yeah, I think Alchemist is going to be untouched for the next 5 minutes or so.
Yeah, I guess until they're... I mean, in terms of the support rotations as well, right, I guess it's quite hard for Insania to leave Mickey alone on this top lane. He can't really go for an early twin gate play.
Yeah, Mickey kind of needs level 6 before he's left. I think just Hoodwink Bristle's a really nice lane because you have the minus armor from the goo if you when Amara gets 4, and then you also buy an Orb of Blight on the Hoodwink. So there's just this minus armor. It's a lot of physical damage, and just like nice chip burst. It's a very solid lane. So even with Liquid getting the first blood up here, I think that Falcons is completely fine here.
Mid matchup continues to be very, very even between Sumail and Nisha.
Yep.
It's going to be that bit of a race to see if Sumail can get the 6 online first. Might be able to then find a chance to outplay Nisha with the Echo.
It's a lot on the 6-room fight as well. If Liquid is able to bring heroes, kind of fight on Sumail. Earthshaker's really bad when enemies go on him off a creep wave. You know, you go to him on a creep wave and he echoes you, sure, it's good for him, but when you're fighting on the runes and he only gets a 1-man echo, it's not really a winning situation for him.
Still trying to look for a chance to maybe get in under the tower, but I think as you say, it's difficult now for Liquid to get away with going for a kill. Top lane, jump forward from Mickey. It's going to try and chase Amar out of the lane. The quill sprays are stacking up though. Now with the turn of the goo, Mickey's got to be careful. Down bottom, still trying their best to see if they can get Snaking, but Snaking, Slippery Phoenix with the dive at the ready. It's going to look to cut the creeps, but Skeeter shouldn't mind too much. He's able to hit the creeps under the tower.
They're pinging Skeeter.
They're going to try and make the go for him. TP backup will be on the way, and indeed as soon as Liquid try and make that move, they have to back off. And in the mid, they get the setup. Crit.
Okay.
Comes in with the rotation, the +1 that Sumail needs to be able to take Nisha down. Back down bottom. We're going to have a bit of a fight here for the Lotus. We end up getting himself stunned. He's got the acid spray down there. Skeeter can kind of stand his ground a bit and just punch down Saberlight. They might just get Boxy as well. They will. They're going to be able to chase him out.
Stun 1.
That's it. Boxy, okay. Well, cheeky dispose down to the low ground is going to take Skeeter away from him, but Snake King should be able to finish off the job. There you have it. They get the both of them.
It's not even my birthday.
I think that was also the best case. Boxy threw Skeeter out of the Lotus range, so he was able to pick it up. And it's not enough for the trade.
In the mid. This time Crit should get punished.
Yep.
Trying to set something up again, but Nisha won't be having any of that. Hits the 6 and is able to turn, take the kill.
Also good news for Nisha, so he died level 5, which meant he didn't get the galvanized charges. So he doesn't lose anything for dying, and there's worse ways to die. His game is still kind of fine. Maybe Sumail
was tempting.
It's like
there.
scary.
Yeah, I guess didn't really have the mana for the Echo Fisher follow-up, so
yeah,
wouldn't have quite had the damage to go for Nisha there.
Every time I see someone get like hit by an aftershock when the Earthshaker's level 6, it's always a test if you want to risk it. They're going to get on bot.
Gonna try once more. With the control onto Snake King, with the concoction holds back the both of them, and Snake King still got the dive at the ready. So Falcons doing their best each time to make sure Liquid doesn't get the chance to get these kills with this aggressive duo lane. And top lane, Mickey. He's caught by the pushback. He's just straight up dead. Amar steps up, and with the controller crit, they kill him off.
Doesn't find him. And again, this is after they got a kill in the lane.
And Saberlight is low. And the creeps are obviously seeing him, so Skitter's going to get the vision of walk up, throw it on the concoction. Acid spray as well. I'll get jumped out just in time, but that was risky there for Saberlight.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Sumail was heading over, maybe seeing if he could snipe something with a Fisher. But Saberlight will be fine. He's able to retreat.
He sees Boxy on the ward. Oh no, Boxy. He's in danger.
Yeah, on his own. Very little ways out of this one. Completely held in position by the stuns. Easy little rotation from Sumail to continue to make sure that the game for Skeeter goes very smoothly. Top net worth, of course, he's at the moment set up to be well on track for a very good Radiance timing this game, unless Liquid bring something else down to slow him down. But at this point, it's kind of hard with the heroes Liquid have.
Yeah, it would need to be Nisha. Nisha's game is fine. It's just, I think always rotating as an Alchemist is really stressful. If he has ult and you kind of make a misstep in your strength, and he survives this initial like go on him, you all might die to TPs. So it's a very precise kind of manner you have to gank him. And again, I think at this point you just accept that this lane is not pressurable and you look at other lanes.
I think so, right? Yeah.
I would like mid. Again, I think they should keep going on the Earthshaker whenever they get the chance. But it's definitely getting to this point where Falcons, a lot of their games, their drafts look like this, that their cores are so tanky and they're able to play in lanes that you kind of have to let them farm, it feels like. Which is not a winning position for Liquid. Amar already takes the tier 1 top, pushing the wave. Skeeter's now just farming all the camps as Alchemist. Even Sumail doesn't have to show on mid. So it's allowing his supports to collect these mid waves. And 3k gold lead.
They're going to try and make a go for Skeeter. They have the ice path. Nisha coming in as well with the zip. TPs are coming in. Skeeter, he will end up going down. It's Liquid bringing the numbers and are able to take the Alk out of the game.
It's a lot of the Iron Shell damage. Saber he's still not 7, so it's not the biggest damage. But anytime you get kills like that, it's massive. Especially on the Alk, just stopping his farm speed. The later you delay this Radiance, the better.
And Snaking's still sort of baiting them in here because Sumail and Crit are waiting at the side. They get the opening stuns on the wards and Boxy tries to take him out, but Nisha's gone. I mean, that was a big old bait there from Snaking, and Nisha, he took the bait.
Yep. That's, again, all the kills in the early game around this like 9, 10, 11 minute mark are really big in the current meta because of the 15-minute timer. Getting these kills means maybe Sumail's an extra item or an extra level, and you know now Nisha doesn't. And the 15-minute Tormentor, we talk about this every game now, it matters a lot.
Now we'll see this again. You know, Snaking's like, go on me. Sumail and Crit ready to back him up. And Boxy tries his best to save him, but too much damage coming out immediately with that setup and follow-up that Falcons were able to go for Nisha with.
I think they might not have fully respected the burst that Falcons had. When you have safe heroes, I think Marcy is kind of classified as a safe hero now.
Yeah, with this fast hit, 100%. It's such a strong rebound.
It's almost like it's like a force staff, kind of.
In just any direction.
Yeah, any direction.
Yeah.
You just pull them out, especially if you know the enemy doesn't have roots.
Yeah.
The cool thing, I think it also will break Hoodwink stun because you kind of are moving them out. So
it should break.
Actually, it's pretty interesting. It's like it's very good this game, but it's not enough. He dies in what, like 1 second, 1.5 seconds, and Boxy almost ends up dying because of that.
They're going to try and make another move here. Liquid, as they want to go for...
He'll get crit.
Something easy.
I mean, he's out, kind of.
There's 17-1 charges as well. Oh, these dukes. I mean, crit.
Okay.
They'll still find him. Oh, Dispose and Ice Path used in a bit of an awkward situation. Is that going to allow him to get away? Surely not. Nisha, he's got enough mana. I mean, if Crit got out of that one...
That would have been...
Whew. But he doesn't. They get the kill. Still, though, it's just the support. Falcons' cores, meanwhile, are getting a lot of space, a lot of time to farm up. All three of them in a pretty good position on Falcons. Liquid, they need to continue to find more. If they want to make these aggressive moves, finding supports here and there, it's not going to be enough right now.
Sumail just got his dagger. So he's probably just going to collect a free kill. The worst would be Mickey. Okay, actually... Fortunately for Mickey, Boxy fight.
Mickey wants to fight.
Oh, it's a fight.
Okay, they got the Ice Path down, but the Echo Slam comes out. It's a good supernova.
Good macro fire.
Sumail's going to end up dying. Amar's surviving throughout this. All the supernova successful. Amar survives. He gets the triple. Instania, he'll TP out. He'll get away. I mean, Liquid, they wanted to fight it. They were tempted, right?
Yep.
When they sort of saw the setup, they get this wall, the macropire. But there's just so much counter damage coming out in these quill sprays, and the fact that Snaking gets a very, very nice position for that egg just on the edge that they could not get to. And just all this AoE damage, it destroys heroes like Mickey on the Slark.
Yeah, so it looks actually like a really bad jump by Sumail, and it's so scary here. They're fighting the line with the macropire. You see Sumail burn. That's through shield rune too. But then Amar just has this little bit of extra health, gets these quills off. Ooh. Couldn't do that with the green facet.
Absolutely not, yeah, Amar. He's going to be happy with the outcome of that one. Lost some money for him. He's 300 gold away from having the Aghanims now on Bristle off the back of that money.
I think the Ags is good for Slark because the goo doesn't really matter. He's going to constantly purge it. So even just giving a way to do damage consistently to Slark through his ult,
it's super strong.
It'll help.
Yeah.
There's the Mage Slayer for Mickey, but he has to hit the Bristle.
Yeah, he's got to touch you. If Amar's able to sort of dance around the edge and get those quills fired out, it can be a nightmare for a Slark.
This is another smoke up. Sumail's just giving this up. He sees Amar's got the kill. They're looking for more. Mickey might be in danger.
Yeah, Mickey probably wants to leave.
Mickey.
He might not get the chance to leave. I mean, Crit can wait out the Dark Pact. They'll pop this Shadow Dance, but they just have everything to go through it.
Ooh. These are tough deaths. Just back to back for Mickey. He's 0-3 now.
Yeah, and on a hero that's kind of tricky to carry a game on.
When you're behind, especially when you're behind. This is the kind of hero you want to see the game end with. What? 0 deaths, 1 death, like 10, 12 kills. Ooh. And now it's about to be Tormentor time.
Yep.
Falcons, they have all ults. This should be free.
I think so. I don't think
Liquid fight.
There's no way Liquid bring heroes over for this one.
I mean, it looks like they kind of want to.
I mean, I guess they feel they have to. I don't know how they come out on top of this sort of play. This is going to be quite something if Liquid can beat Falcons in a 5-on-5 right now. Falcons, they've got all their ultimates. Liquid, of course, they've got this combo, right? The Darkseer Jakiro. The Sumail, he's going to be the one to start the fight straight away.
Dead.
They're a man down on Liquid. Do they really want to continue to hover around here? Saberlight,
They
get the lead in. They do get the stun in onto the Alchemist. They keep his Skeeter control, but he's able to get the ult off.
The laser.
Echo Stab comes out from Sumail beautifully on a Saberlight and Nisha. I mean, Falcons, nobody's dying, and on Liquid, everybody's dying. Mickey's trying to run. They get him with the stun after the Dark Pact.
Insta's still getting chased as well.
Crit. Maybe they can get Crit.
The heal?
They can't get Crit. He's going to be fine.
No.
He's going to be fine. Sumail gets an Ultra.
Oh.
It's not looking good, Gunner. It's not looking good. 15 minutes in, 9K lead here for
That's
Falcons.
before the Tormentor.
What do Liquid do?
12K.
What is the backup plan? What is the backup plan for the backup plan?
Oh. I don't know. Again, so this is game 2 of the series, even though it's the first game they're playing. And so if they lose this game, it's a 2-0 for Falcons.
It will be.
I think to some extent, Tormentor might be overvalued in a way that teams feel forced to fight it.
Sure. Like you would maybe look back at that and say maybe if Liquid watching the replays, if they would consider maybe we should have just farmed up the map, not try to go into that fight.
Yeah, it's one of those situations that it's hard to. You want to fight. It's like if you get this, it's a complete comeback. Liquid's back in the game.
Sure,
if they were to wipe them.
it's a risky play.
But you know, if it's like a 10% chance to win the fight or a 5%, is it worth that risk when you could just play from behind anyway? You're already from behind. Liquid was before that fight down what 6,000 gold, but now they're down. They've doubled it purely off this one move. And ooh, Skeeter's about to get his blink. They're all just getting items now. It just feels like back to back. Sumail almost has his Ags. Amar has his Glimmer Cape, and I feel like Liquid just not really made any progress in like their strength. I feel like they've had the same damage, the same like ability to fight Falcons for the last 5-6 minutes, and you know there has not been any. There's been no fighting for Liquid. It's almost just been them exclusively dying. They had that one fight, and even then I feel like was probably the greatest scenario they could get. 2 cores in a line, stunned with the macro part on them, and they still lose the fight. So if that's not enough to win the fight, what is?
I mean, where would you say sort of the struggles began this game for Liquid? Was it just the expectation you imagine they would have had that the bottom lane could have maybe done more with the Marcy Darkseer?
Yeah,
or,
I think
what should have gone better in hindsight, do you think, for Liquid?
I think that level 3 kill had to happen on Alk. But usually if your game plan's like, we had to kill this guy in the lane, and because this one kill failed, we're behind.
That's not
There's
the
something
strongest.
wrong.
Yeah.
There's something wrong, whether it's draft or maybe they were supposed to rotate different heroes differently. Usually if like an individual play is the reason you lose the game, so there's other stuff wrong that you have to identify. From my opinion, I think this game it's the draft. I just think that Falcons draft is a lot better for this early game. They have, again, I think I say this every time Falcons draft. They have 3 strength cores.
Sure.
Who are good at laning in all 3 lanes. So all their lanes are at worst a 50-50. At best, they're winning their lanes. And then, you know, this 10, 12 to 15 minute mark happens. They all have 1,500, 2K health. You saw Skeeter that fight. He full duration stuns himself and he doesn't die with 4 heroes hitting him. It feels so hard for Liquid to find anything.
Yeah, I mean, Boxy's just going to get caught behind the tier 2. Looks like for now, Liquid, you know, they are indeed splitting up, trying to scramble towards their next item.
Oh no, Mickey.
Tower is under attack.
Okay.
Get the Shadow Dance off. I don't know if he can fight back, though. I think he might want to run.
I mean, he has to.
And Skeeter, is he able to find him in time? No.
Tower is under attack.
Samel's going to keep chasing a little bit. And they know that Mickey's in a bit of a rough spot. Samel,
He should go down.
chase him down. One more enchant totem should do it. If he can land it, Samel, and bam, there it is. Same time, Instania, he's not having fun either. Amar chasing him out a little bit. He's got Boxy by his side, actually, Instania, with a glimmer. Instania's going to be fine for now. Amar's still hanging around. They're thinking about making a move here, Liquid.
I think Amar might 2v4 this.
Yeah. I don't know if Liquid want to try and make a move
Do you
here.
want this fight?
Boxy's got to run. Skeeter's in on top of Saberlight. The male finishes off Instania. It's getting painful, Gunner.
It's looking bad.
Nisha. Is he at least able to live? Oh. They get the bushwhack. He's still got a lot of mana. Mana and a zip. They're going to try and close him.
It's okay.
It's enough for him to get away this time.
It needs to be a good jump for Liquid. I think Phoenix needs to die. I think the Sunray is just healing too much in these fights. It's awkward. When Amar is sitting in front of 4 of your heroes,
Yep.
completely low mid, and you just are kind of dancing around with him for 20 seconds, and the fight ends and he's 100% health, there's something wrong. And what? Ooh. Wait, guys, you gotta let him go further.
Let him get in his pit.
He needs to like walk away.
There we go.
Okay, there we go. Now you can fight him.
Oh, wall has been dropped. All right.
I think Falcons actually is scared because of the.
I guess
I don't think it's the wall. I think they're just
Yeah.
like, guys, Roche is bugged. It's just throwing this out. Yeah, with the new change, you have to actually let him fully walk into the pit.
Yeah,
and then when
otherwise he's going to
stops-
keep throwing you.
When he does the stop, he turns around. Then you can. Then he's done throwing.
Even though I think the throwing is also limited, right? I think he only throws
I think it's
5
5
heroes.
times.
Yeah, he does 5 times. Anything more than that, he's too much energy.
It does more damage every throw, though. It's a bit spooky.
Is there anything big that Liquid's getting close to?
They just finished the pipe for Saberlight, I think, before that last fight. Or maybe after. And then the Ags for Mickey.
Is under attack.
Ags, so again, Slark, the issue with a lot of the items and the timings on Slark are basically everything you buy in this hero is to enable you to hit the other guys. It's like either you buy Scotty or Basher, like slow them down, you buy Ags to keep pouncing them, you buy Diffusal to slow them, and that stuff doesn't really matter if you're not able to stand your ground and fight through the damage. And there's so much, again, AoE damage from Falcons. They have Shaker AoE stuns, they have Phoenix with AoE damage.
Dire's middle
Even
tower
Skeeter,
is under
there's a world he stuns himself, and it stuns the Slark through his Shadow Dance that it's just tough to even want to take these fights. I definitely think if Liquid's gonna fight a way to like win a fight, it's off snaking dying first.
Dire.
I just worry about the actual stuns that Liquid have. I don't think it's realistic to kill snaking before he presses egg. At least at this stage of the game. So I think Liquid's probably hoping for a really slow game or Falcons to dive high ground. Saberlight's going. Okay.
That's the wall.
Didn't get the Alchemist.
And meanwhile, in the mid, they're going to catch on Anisha. The 2 of them there, Samel and Crip, able to take Nisha out. I mean, Amar and Snaking are already looking for a fight outside of the pit whilst they let Skeeter finish up the Roshan. Macropie is down, but last hit will still go the way of Falcons. And now the chase begins. Samel catches out Insania, the dead Jakiro.
Dire's bottom
Smells back.
is under attack.
He certainly is. He certainly is. We saw it yesterday in the series, right? And now coming into this one, 12-1 and 5. It really did feel like Falcons they needed that first series that they ended up losing, right? To just get. Oh, that was the warm up.
Yeah.
Now the warm up's over.
Now
Samel,
it's game time.
he's back at the top here.
It definitely also helps that they've played with Samel in the past. They've had him as a stand-in. It's not like a first-time thing.
Another one
Okay.
for Samel.
This is a bit hard to watch. 24 kills in 23 minutes.
That's a lot. That is a lot.
I think so. Liquid, when they're behind in games like this, sometimes they fall into this trap of splitting up, because it's often easier to be like, we can't fight them guys, we have to keep splitting. But I think they just get picked off a lot when they're in these situations as well, and so they're not even getting a net worth advantage by dodging the enemy. Again, it is really hard to just properly dodge and not get picked off. That's probably one of the hardest things to do in Dota versus good teams. They know when you're good at the game, you know where the enemy is pretty much at all times, just based off of, oh, they push this way, these camps are farmed, and usually there's not too much of a surprise. You have like a general idea, but still, just maybe the Nisha BKB lets him jump.
Dire's top tower is
No, who's he jumping? What's the plan? Who do they look to try and get first? Who can they get first?
I think it's only the supports. I don't think they'll ever have the damage for these cores without Slark just kind of chewing into them.
They just get him. They just kill him just like that, just like that. Crit, the patience, waits out the Dark Pact. Easy setup for him.
Dire's top tower is forced.
And what do they do? What do they do? At this rate, that's the mail. He just finds the echo opening. Is there further back up in time? There isn't. So Nisha will get the chance to turn. Bushwhack, though, again from Crit, beautifully onto the two of them. Boxy and Sableye stops them from being able to continue to try and take Samael down. Boxy, he can't run from this. Bam!
Okay.
Another kill for Samael.
Is this another kill?
Dire's middle tower is under
Glimmer OP. Amar instantly buys dust.
Oh, there we go.
He misses
Won't
the
happen
one
again.
kill. Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, should have bought a dust.
Well, there we go.
middle tower.
Glimmers will not be.
I think they just go high
anymore.
ground on Falcons.
I think so, especially with the silence on, well, they got the Orchid now on Skeeter. He can get in.
Yep.
BKB Orchid, make the jump.
Maybe not. I mean,
They can also chill. Maybe
They can do
Falcons is
anything they
enjoying.
want.
You know, they didn't get to play a game one
Yep.
because they just got the win for free, seeing as Liquid weren't able to, you know, had their technical issues, so it was forfeited. So, you know, they're like, we came here to play some Dota. We're going to play some Dota.
yeah.
We're going to draw this one out.
Go to a 60-minute game. Maybe they watched, what was it, Tundra?
For Tundra yesterday,
They saw them have 70,000 gold lead.
70,000 lead at 70 minutes. They're like, hey, we can do better than that. And they might be able, if they wanted to make this game go on
They could make it
40
go
more
on.
minutes, the amount of gold these guys can farm up could be quite crazy. So at the moment, it really does feel like it's up to Falcons on when they want to end this one. They're in that much control.
Dire's bottom tower.
Skeeter does not have the Ags facet, though. You think anyone's going to go that one? The GPM?
Probably, I mean, who would be more likely to do it? Is it more likely a core or support thing?
I mean, probably Seb.
You think he's cooking up some strats?
Seb,
Like,
Seb has
you know
played
what?
off-lane Alchemist, rushing
there we
Ags
go.
for his teammates.
All right, okay, we can rely on Seb then to
I think that'd
try
be the
something with
most
that.
realistic person to do that.
Yeah.
Maybe, I think Dahak has done that before, too. The Ags.
I could see Dahak cooking up something as well. He comes up with some good strats. Some unique strats.
I mean, this is a good
Is under attack.
Ags game for Alchemist.
It is
You
right.
got Earthshaker, Bristle.
Yeah.
They both already have Ags.
Give them the money.
The Hoodwink one's okay.
I think he'll start, but he'll probably get the
It's
S
good.
and Y. Then after the S and Y,
Yeah.
then you start getting the Aghanims.
Phoenix, you can grief the team. Snake King can put someone in egg. And then you got Jakiro, hits twice. Marcy hits, you know, like 7 times.
Radiant's top tower is under
He should give it to Phoenix to delay the game. They like throw a couple fights with the eggs.
Radiant are
More time to farm.
Mosquito. I was seeing if anyone was out here. They didn't know that they were farming this area of the map, but Liquid, they get out in time. Level 18 now on Samael.
So again, this series is super important for Liquid. They're currently 0-2. Going 0-3 in this group stage is really bad. I think once you have 4 losses, I think it's almost impossible to break into the top 4. I think there's still like a chance technically for like tiebreakers and random matchups, but basically if they lose this game, they have to win out every single series from now on, which is a very high pressure kind of situation for them. And you know, they still have some difficult opponents ahead, and
Yeah, I was going to see actually, who do they still have left to play? I'll find out.
it's hard. Every single one of these maps matters so much, so
So Liquid, after this, it's not pretty.
it's not
Easiest
pretty.
one potentially they have left, is the matchup against Heroic, I guess, considering the score so
I
far.
believe they lost to Heroic, though.
In the previous, yeah, that's the thing. But then the other 3 teams that they haven't played are Paravision, Tundra, and Spirit. If they're able to go on a run and beat all of those, that's going to be insane. It's not impossible, but it will be quite the comeback throughout the longevity of the group stage too, if Liquid can do that. Because at the moment, this series is not looking like a W for them.
And if they make it, then they're in the lower bracket. That's perfectly Liquid. Just where they want to be. Going again on Saberlight.
Easily sets up for the sharpshooter. It's the
You
male.
should go down.
Yep, should be able to stay on top of him. He'll use the echo as well. Game slowed down a bit, so he doesn't mind dropping an ult for that one. He'll probably be a little upset that Skeeter stole his kill. You know, just a man.
Maybe Skeeter buys some nags.
Accept that. That's true. But he's still not going for the eggs yet, right? He wants to get the Bloodthorn. Then, I mean, I guess the question is, does he then want to upgrade his Blink Dagger?
Yeah, he's going to upgrade his Blink.
He's going to upgrade the Blink. Yeah. And then maybe he'll start treating the teams as Magnums and give them that money back to play with somewhere else and get that slot freed up.
I would start buying eggs. Just for the fun of it. It's good. You give it to Earthshaker, he gets a full Shiva's or Octarine Core. You give it to Bristle, he gets... he's going hard.
Oh, on the Bristle.
Yeah, he is hard.
He's tanking up.
You think this is just so he can dive the fountain? He's going to get really bored.
Absolutely.
And he's
that is the exact strat that Amar should be and will be going for right now. Yeah, he wants to sit in the fountain, turn his back, and fountain farm them.
I wouldn't be surprised. There's been a bit of all chat this series. A lot of.
It was friendly.
It was friendly all chat. It was not toxic. It was like for for Maureen.
Yeah.
Nigma's back. The good old days with Amara and Samil. Yeah, you just go. Look at his health. 100 health regen almost.
Yeah, Mickey jumps in, but had to immediately jump out.
Alright, Skeeter's looking for a jump.
He's in. He gets the open, it's done. The stun is as well, but Buxy's able to take him out of the way. Save him for now. I mean, they're getting some of the control out onto Amar and Skeeter, but they're just barely putting a dent into them.
Amar's 100% health. That's pretty much every button Liquid had besides Macro Fire. Ooh, alright, they smoke up. Again, they probably have to jump the Phoenix. If they don't jump Snaking, he gets all his buttons off. I think it's too difficult. And because, you could say the cores matter a lot, but are you really expecting to kill these cores with 3,000 health, 3,000 health, 3.8k health? And all, like, Sumail has a shield rune.
Yeah.
Skeeter's gonna have ult BKB. It's tough. Maybe they get a very fortunate rune. There's an arcane rune bot. So Nisha's gonna get his arcane rune. Maybe this is enough.
I'll take that.
Just both teams are smoked. No one's really gonna get the good jump. Roshan just under 2 minutes away. I hope Liquid doesn't contest it. I think they can't. But I think if Falcons get it, they lose. So it's almost a lose-lose situation.
Skeeter's got his blood thumb. Okay, no, he wants to shard first.
Okay.
And then maybe we'll see him treat the team.
All right, if you were on Skeeter's team, you're this Earthshaker's Bristle, are you sad that he's not buying you an Ags?
Maybe
do you think they asked for it? So I was like, yo, just buy me an Ags. I'd be a little sad. Just a bit.
I mean, maybe they know that the game's just going to get there. Maybe they are just going to take this really chill Falcons. Have some fun.
Sometimes these games aren't even fun.
I think Falcons is having fun.
You think so?
I think Sumail and Amar are having a great time.
I think the first 15-20 minutes are the really fun part.
Sure.
When you're stomping,
when you're getting
everyone.
The road to here.
Yeah, but then when you get here, at some point you're just like, oh, okay, can we end the game? You guys call GG. It happens in pubs. In pubs, it's worse though. When you want the other team to call GG, you actually lose a lot of those games because your team kind of gets distracted and splits up. Then you lose. You get picked off. I think thankfully for Falcons, they're not going to get distracted and kind of get bored.
Radiant's top tower
They're
is
just
under attack.
They're going to have a little less fun than normal. All right, second Roche though. Surely they will go high ground with Roche number 2.
this will be the test to see what's really going on in the minds of Falcons. If they do want to rush and end it, or if they just want to kind of chill, take their time. No need for the rush.
I think they definitely... They don't need to end, but they can. I don't think it's that difficult.
Smel's got the Aegis this time, so he's definitely going to be ready to jump into the base of Liquid.
I'm thinking about how Liquid takes this fight. Again, it's still crit and snaking. It's just they don't have the ways to catch snaking that they would want. They don't have an Orchid. They don't have really multiple stuns. It's all going to be based on... Nisha's going to pull him. Boxy's going to jump. And they basically have that 3 seconds to kill, maybe with the Ice Path. Maybe 5. And they have to perfectly kill snaking within 5 seconds, while all of Falcons is attacking them. Crazier things have happened, though.
Taking the bottom racks for free right now. They can swing over to the mid and to the top, if they wish. Link Dagger on Jakiro, so, you know, Insane is ready to get into those perfect positions.
It's a Phoenix jump right there.
That's true, get those extra hits in on the eggs. Very close to being a level 3 egg.
Yeah. Boxy does have a BKB, so maybe there's a world where even if the egg pops, Boxy focuses it, maybe even Insania, like you said, the double attacks.
Mickey's in. Liquid's trying with the wraparound. Nisha makes the jump over towards Crit's going to try and burst through the hoodwink,
Look
but
at the damage.
Crit's like still full HP. Back in the mid, Sableye caught by the silence. Mickey's turning towards Damar, but they can't get on the fight. Nisha has to back off with the rest of the mana that he has. And Boxy with the BKB trying to fight Samel, but Samel's able to get the echo off. Boxy's gone. There's the Aegis gone, but that's all that Falcons are going to lose. Everybody else is full HP, ready to go, and ready to keep on diving. To move up to the tier 3 in the barracks top. Sableye. I mean, he's just got to run back to the fountain. He's out of mana pretty much. I mean, Amar, they're holding him back. They just don't have the damage to kill him. The stuns have caught out Nisha in the mid. He's dead. No buyback on him. That's Falcons.
Making his 35 stacks of Essence.
But can he actually get in and hit anyone anymore? The mid racks are taken.
One more side.
Samel. The angle with the fish, yeah, Boxy. Caught by the bushwhack, and Skeeter's in with the follow. That's Boxy out. Only Mickey and Sableye left as they're struggling back towards the fountain. Mickey gets caught outside of it. As Sableye, the last one left alive. Here we go, the fountain diving from Amai's goal all along. He does die for it.
He does die.
But this game, it's over.
Yep.
It was over a long time ago. And with that, the series, it's over. Falcons 2-0 here against Liquid. Another